This week on SailAway, did we somehow unwittingly find ourselves in the midst of the perfect pandemic escape? Join us for a few days in the life as we sail our tiny home around the islands of Grenada as we wait out hurricane season. And decide for yourself.
Alright, so we gotta cross that. Are you ready for this?
Ever wish you could escape normal life and experience more of the world?
So meet me on that island. Well, we did just that. We sold everything we owned on dry land and sailed away. Promise me that we'll sail away.
Now we're roaming the planet in search of new adventures and sharing it with you every week.
Just promise me that we'll sail away. So hit subscribe and escape normal with us. And I'll be yours forevermore. Come on, it's just that little button down there. That's it.
Hey Rivers, where are we headed? Where's the beach? What's the name of the island? Woohoo! Every Sunday, Hog Island has they call it a pig roast, but they have like burgers and all kinds of stuff. And we have not yet gone to that, so on our way there right now.
We didn't exactly know it would be this way. When we left the United States behind in 2019, we had no idea what 2020 would bring, just like everyone else. And for quite a while as we sat in the USVI, we didn't think we were going to make it to Grenada. Like most of the Caribbean countries, when COVID hit, they locked down hard. And thanks to the lockdown and constant travel restrictions, Grenada remains pretty much COVID-free. It's hard to not feel guilty about it sometimes, but we definitely don't take it for granted.
Can I place orders with you?
Yeah.
Just need three burgers?
3 burgers?
Yes.
Okay. With everything on. Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Heard good things about these.
Leave palm name without a reason. Nobody me not shake like China bacon. Man shit, no watching back here.
We'll live up to the hype. Your turn. Well, today is another bottom cleaning day. It's kind of a work day all around. Lauren is down there doing some video editing for our next episode, and Cecilia is due for her bottom cleaning. The hookah is just a lifesaver. And now that I've used it a couple times and kind of gotten my technique down, I thought I would show you guys all the components and how this thing works and, you know, how we go about it. It's a pretty simple beast. It's a 12-volt system. I believe this system is called the Easy Breathe. We bought it used. So we've got the little air compressor here that we just run down to, actually it runs to our starter battery. From there, the air hose goes to a bladder. And when we turn it on, that pumps up all the way. And then we got a really long run a hose so much that I coiled some up permanently and tied it off. Yeah, the rest of the hose I've got running over the side right there. And then it comes back around here to the back of the boat. And this is our rebreather system. A regulator, I guess, maybe what you call it. I'm not a diving expert. So this straps onto me, and this goes to my mouth, obviously. Use a couple booties and fins, some nice diving gloves, those are a must. And then I also use a weight belt with a couple of these big weights on it to kind of help equalize and keep me down underneath the boat better. I've got a bunch of different tools I've been using. Our growth has gotten to the point where it's pretty typical what most people experience, with some hard growth, some algae, some soft growth, etc. It's still what I consider to be pretty respectable for about 3 months between cleanings. But we use a scraper to just basically scrape all that stuff off, and then I'll be going back over everything with these little terry cloth mitts to get the rest of the just the algae and slime that's left behind that the scraper doesn't really get. And then the last couple things, a smaller scraper and some wire brushes. Those are mainly for the prop and the prop shaft, which, you know, they get dirtier than the bottom really, because there's nothing protecting them. So I'll be scraping the hell out of those, and then also putting on a new zinc. I've been keeping track of it, and it just literally ate away in the last week or so. So far it's been going very well. We're very glad we bought this hookah setup. Really saves a ton of time and a ton of drain on our systems. So, good morning, everyone.
Not gonna be able to hear
you. Recognize that dramatic music in the background? Lauren is finishing up the details on our video for this week. Rivers just ate a giant bowl of Cocoa Puffs. And if you've been paying attention, you know we eat breakfast cereal anytime we're in a hurry. Today it's because we are on the move again. We are headed to the Anchorage and town of Grand Mall, which is up on the western side of the island, just a little bit north of St. George's. We are making our way up. We're going to go to Carriacou for about a week. And then we have to come back down for a brand new dinghy. We'll tell you more about that in a separate video, but I think it's going to be a fun trip. All right, let's get this jalopy moving.
It occurred to us recently that we kind of jumped into two experimental lifestyles all at once. The cruising lifestyle and the tiny home lifestyle. The beauty of this tiny home? When we get tired of the scenery, we just pull up anchor and head to a different bay.
Traveling around the world, my feet will tell me where to go. I'm not afraid to step outside and see the world for what it is now. Spending all my time with people that I barely know. You may have thought that I was lost, but all I need is room to grow. I'm coming home to put a flower in your hair. Thought you should know I'd rather be instead. Sometimes I feel alone, you know it's me and my guitar. Looking up the darling stars, singing where we supposed to go now. Ruthie, little lady, tell me what you mean to me. And I'll build a house in Byron Bay, if that's exactly where you'll be. I'm coming home, put a flower in your hair. But you should know, there ain't no place I'd rather be instead.
Feels good to be sailing again. like actually going someplace besides back and forth from one of these little bays to the other one. Going to a bay we've never been to before. Crazy!
Slightly further away.
Slightly farther, yeah, it's not very far. Carriacou's a decent sail though. That's coming up in a couple days. Might have to go one way or the other here pretty soon. So we can get a whisker pole to do the downwind, dead downwind stuff. Don't make that face. Make a nice face. Good spot. Yeah, it's just, I don't think I've ever had to anchor in such shifty calm before. You know, where like you're literally getting lined up, and then the wind turns the other way, and the boats start to kind of swing, and like I don't know where their anchors are. Like that's kind of what you're thinking of when you're trying to find a spot is. You see which way the boats are pulling, and you imagine how much scope they've got out because of the depth. Then you try to position your anchor where you think it'll best sink in with where they're anchored. But like, when everybody's just like turning and drifting, there's just no freaking way to know. And like now it's coming from over here. It's a knot. I think we're okay. What you doing?
Playing with my toys.
Okay, good. Well, we are scrambling to get all of our stuff together as always to try to leave the boat, which is always a pain. And it's been raining nonstop for the last few days. Everything we put out to dry just gets soaked again. Lauren managed to find one dirty towel, one wet towel. And we're going to bring them both. Figure if you average them together, you get a half dry, half clean towel. Anyway, we are headed to Seven Sisters Falls today. Let's go do it.
Little cricket?
The cricket stadium?
Yeah. No, cricket is a game.
Like baseball.
Like baseball.
En route to Seven Sister Falls, we got to drive across the island to parts we hadn't seen yet, including the incredible Grenada National Forest. Way, way up in the jungle canopy.
Well, we've already made a stop. It's windy up here. Jeez, that's crazy. It is pretty jungly up here. Okay, onward.
Let's do it.
I need to just kind of take a breath from just getting here, because that was kind of crazy. And I did not even think about the mud from all the rain. It's been raining like crazy the last few days. So this could be interesting. We'll see. Should have good waterfall flow.
Oh, yeah.
Should have good waterfall flow.
The favorite part is he gave us our own stick.
I know, it's a good looking walking stick she gave you.
Yeah.
More goats.
Oh, I hear a little goat.
Oh my.
What?
Ah!
Not that this has anything to do with goats. I learned a fun fact about cats. Cats don't actually meow at other cats. It's just something they do for humans, and it's supposed to imitate the cry of
A baby.
babies.
I'm not sure if I buy that, but maybe. Left up the mud trail. Glad we brought our hiking shoes. They're going to get real muddy today, and probably even more muddy after it rains.
You put your stick in the mud, and then it helps you. There you go. Just like that.
You know, at least for $20 we get a stick to walk with. It's a pretty nice trail, even though it's muddy. It is a long way down into those woods.
We were informed by the park attendant that we would actually only be seeing 2 of the 7 sisters that day. The other 5 required a guide. And judging by the entrances we think we saw along the trail to the other sisters, I don't think they were given tours that day.
Walking through the jungle. Yeah. Going to the waterfalls. That's all I got. Almost there. I can hear them. I can hear the sisters calling.
And now it makes me have to pee.
I can hear the sisters calling too.
All right. Give me my stick back.
There's your stick.
Let's do it.
Alright, there you go.
Alright, so we gotta cross that. Are you ready for this? tired today with all the rain. Oh, it's cold. It's real cold. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? I don't know, Rivers. It's really cold. I don't know if we can do it.
Yeah.
You made it! Our mighty steed awaits. Fully rested. Ready to power us up and down these mountains again. The big stick down there too. I'm really glad that she gave us a stick.
Hey, Daddy, look.
High five. You were an awesome hiker once again.
Hey,
I'm
Daddy.
impressed.